Hello, it is day 54 today. Again, it is a you know what? It's sunny, but like it's not a clear sky. But the sun is out right now. Why did my accent change? The sun is out right now. So it does feel pretty nice. Let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna talk about just misunderstandings and overthinking, which also, could also go towards what I talked about a few days ago, being very inquisitive, right? So I think over the last little while, I haven't really had a lot of misunderstandings that I used to have with people. But for some reason, let's say in the last week, I've had a lot more, right? And I noticed it's on days that I change my routine in the morning, right? It's weird, but it's just a little thing, right? So for example, like routines where the overthinking doesn't really happen, the misunderstandings don't happen, just being really inquisitive to people don't really happen, are days when I wake up, I use the washroom, and then I spend the next 30 minutes to an hour just stretching, right? And doing my in-house like little body workouts, right? Cuz I don't know, I guess it's just it gives you that time just to, you're there for yourself, right? You can think about whatever. And what I realize is in those times, I'm not really thinking about anything, if that makes sense, right? I'm more focused on, okay, I gotta hold this stretch for another like 20 seconds. All right, like another 15 more seconds of crunches, right? Let's hold this plank for like 10 more seconds. Let's do this, right? So it's basically me, like, I guess, getting my mind and body ready for the day. And then the days where I realize that, like, there's a lot more of the other aspect of, a lot of misunderstandings happening with people. I start overthinking. I'll message someone, something, and I'll be like, oh, was that the right thing? Oh, let me message more. Let me message a lot. Okay, there, I messaged all the things, right? The other days, like today, actually woke up pretty early today. Actually, the earliest I woke up in a while, right? I'll put that to, I didn't really eat last night. I'm trying to not eat a meal before I go to sleep. So I woke up at 7:30 in the morning, right? And I shouldn't have. Like, even before I used the washroom, I picked up the phone. Started going through social media and stuff, used the washroom, and then I continued going through social media. And then and also checking up the news and like the weather and everything. So then in between my stretching, right, I was replying to messages, right? And going back and forth. And then that usually half an hour I have myself at the morning, it took about like 2 hours. And I guess like it's like my brain was kind of like, what just happened here? All right, we're taking our vacation. You're not listening to us. Go do what you normally do. And then I'm like, oh shoot. And then like you can tell, like I can tell that it probably does, it bugs people, right? Because like the replies you get aren't the same. You're used to people messaging back right away or calling back or whatnot, and that stuff's not happening. And then you start thinking, what did I do? What did I say? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? And it's like, all right, like when you wake up, do not use your phone. Like, you have a watch, look at the time, right? And I guess that's going to be something for my significant other down the line, just letting them know, hey, heads up, like when I wake up in the morning, right, like I'm not gonna pick up my phone and check to see, oh, you messaged, oh, you called, let me call you back, let me message you back. Like when I wake up, I'm gonna need that first like half an hour, like just for me to get like prepared for the day, if that makes sense, right? And all of this without even meditating, although some people probably take it as meditation, right? But yeah, all that stuff has been, has been leading to a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of overthinking. That wasn't going to be my topic for today, really. But then when I got here, I realized, okay, like I actually went back and I started looking through messages and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, there's some sort of disconnect here. Oh, it's me being the old me again. Let's not do that. It's been almost a good, a better part of 60 days of not doing that stuff. So that's something that I need to work on still. For those of you that are, still sticking around and are patient and know that, I'm working on that stuff, thank you. For those that are more so in the thing of, all right, this is getting a little too much, the messages and stuff, no, that's cool too, right? But like I said yesterday, it's gonna be a story time. So there was one misunderstanding that I had yesterday, right? And like, to me, like, one of my mantras for 2021 is, if something is bugging me, right, and it involves another person, I'm gonna tell them, right? And this thing was bugging me for the better half of the day, right? And then what I did was I made a voice note and I sent it. And it's basically, saying, hey, I know, this might be bugging you, and it's bugging me too and whatnot. Now then, I was messaging a work colleague about, some work stuff, and I didn't check the name. I just hit voice note and I sent it to them. And then I'm like, why is there a voice? And I click, I'm like, and then right away I messaged that person, like, hey, heads up, this wasn't meant for you. It wasn't meant for you. Don't listen to it. Just delete it. That's fine. I already deleted it on my end. And they replied, they're like, okay, good. Like, I'm happy it wasn't for me. I was a bit confused, but your mantra, it's a good thing to have, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm a bit embarrassed. He's like, no, man, don't be, like, do you, that's fine, right? Like, you're working or stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. And then I saved the voice note and I sent it to the actual person. And then I screenshotted the conversation. I sent it to them. Like, man, this made my day. But with that being said, like, as soon as I told that person, like, how I feel and, that, this is bugging me, I don't know if it's bugging you, like, let me know. It, like, everything just changed. Like, it stopped bugging me. Like, it's all right. I got it out in the open. It's out there, right? It's either the reply I get will be, all right, I'm good with that reply, or the reply I get will be, all right, I'm not really good with that reply, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, so that's the big thing for the next little while, is getting to that habit of waking up and just not even looking at the phone, like, not turn on the TV, none of that stuff. Just do me. I might even start, like, after the stretching and stuff, is take another half an hour and just read, right? Because I love reading. Non-fiction, not so much, but people are always saying, like, yeah, just get an audiobook or something. But yeah, just fiction, something to just take me to another world, if that makes sense, right? But yeah, that is it for today. And, like, even after talking about this stuff, like, it feels so much better. Just, like, man, like, I'm waiting, like people have asked me before, and I've said it before, like, on here, is like, oh, why are you doing these videos? Like, you're putting everything out there. It's like, yeah, it helps me though. Like I'm one of those people, like, I wear my heart on my sleeve anyway, so I don't really keep too much in, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah, that is it. No, the pause is there because I was like, wait a second, I actually do keep a lot of things in, but the people that I care about, I'll actually tell them the stuff, right? So yeah, that's it for today. Till tomorrow, and getting close to that day 60. Peace.